Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing my 5 Sauce Rock Out With Your Socks Out Tour VIP experience. I love watching videos like this, and I hope other people do too, because that would be awkward. But yeah, so I'm gonna explain my experience. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so let me get into my experience. So me and my friend had bought these tickets on August 5th, 2014. The concert wasn't until August 30th, 2015. That's like 400 days. Yeah, I said 400 days. Alright? The shit I do for 5 Sauce, a lot of shit can happen in 400 days, especially in the 5 Sauce fam. Okay? Like, I know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, 400 days. So me and my friend had gotten to the venue this was also in Holmdel, New Jersey, by the way, on August 30th, and we got to the venue around 10:15 in the morning, and there were only about 6 girls in front of us. Normally there's about 30 girls usually by the time you get there at like 10, so I was like really in shock, but it's probably because it's New Jersey and no one really cares about New Jersey. Irrelevant. So yeah, so we were waiting in line in 90-degree weather for about 6.5 hours. Yeah, outside, no shade, no cloud, not a single cloud was in the sky, and I was like sweating my makeup off. I looked like a hot mess. Oh my god, it was disgusting. The only good thing is I think I got a tan. I didn't really burn, kind of, and yeah, but the good thing was we made a lot of friends and stuff, and no one I encountered was like a total bitch. No one was rude, because I wouldn't have been able to tolerate that. I would you don't even want to know what I would do. I'm sorry, but I paid good money for this. I'm not having anyone ruin it for me. So no one was rude, thank God. So eventually, after almost having a heat stroke, we got signed in to VIP Nation and everything around 2:30, and they gave us our tickets right here, 5 Seconds of Summer, and they also gave us our laminate, which is this is Soundcheck experience, and then 5 Seconds of Summer. Made me feel really important. And then we waited inside the venue for another 2 hours, but it was better because we were in the shade, and Z100 was there. They were playing a lot of 5 Sauce. Everyone got crunk. Don't know why I just said that, but yeah. Sorry I sound like a man too, by the way. 5 Sauce does this shit to me, making my throat hurt. Now that could be interpreted different ways. Interpret that how you want to. Okay. So, we were in line again, and then all these people who I guess won meet and greets off radio contest or had connections to the venue or 5 Sauce got to cut in front of everybody in the Soundcheck line. We were literally waiting there all day, and then 20 people cut in front of us. And they got to meet 5 Sauce and then cut in front of us to be in the front for a sound check. But no, it's okay. Not I've been waiting here all day in the scorching hot sun and dedicating my whole life and selling my soul to them. Not you just became a fan a week ago and showed up 20 minutes before. But that's cool. Go ahead and meet them. Get first row. Great. That's great. No, most of them, okay, there were some girls who you could tell deserved to meet them and be first row, but most of them weren't even smiling after they met them, weren't even crying, didn't even look happy after they met them. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, and then there were also a bunch of kids under the age of 10. They were 8-year-olds, boys and girls with their parents, and later on they ended up playing hide and seek in the venue, and I was just name 5 songs. I don't know, I was kind of mad about that, but I'm not gonna complain because I'm still very lucky. If you think I'm complaining, don't think that. I just didn't think that was fair. but it's okay because I still had a great experience. So let's get into that. So while we're waiting, also the opening act, Hey Violet, had walked by us, and Nia was like, hi, how are you guys? And like we talked to her for a little bit, and they were so nice. I'm not really a fan of them, but like I don't hate them. Like I just don't really like listen to their music. But they're a good live band too. Like when they performed, like I was impressed. I really was. So then eventually, and then when we were in line too, Luke tweeted that selfie, saying how like he wanted a burrito. At the same time, a bee landed on me, and I was looking at the picture, so you know I freaked out. I was flipping shit, and I dropped my phone. It didn't break, but everybody in line turned to me, and it got really quiet, and that's how it. Oh my god, it's breaking! I got this yesterday, and it's like breaking. What the? All right. Okay, so yeah, and then here's for sound check. Okay, so we got into sound check at around 4:30, and they like went over all the rules, like you can't have your phone out, you can't take pictures, you will be kicked out. And I'm like, okay. And then like you can't touch them, you can't like do all that stuff. Like, shit, how am I supposed to take them home now? How am I supposed to touch my boyfriends? Come on now. Yeah, so all like these rules and stuff, and then these boys came out, and you know, I was calmer than I expected. I don't know if it was because it like wasn't my first time seeing them, or like I don't know. I'm just like one of those people who like I'm really calm when I like meet. Because we didn't really meet Five at the same time we did because it was so intimate. But like I'm one of those people who's like really calm when I like meet like famous people. So like I don't know, but then I freak out afterwards. So they did Heartache on the Big Screen first, and you know, that song, oh my god, that song, that shit is my jam. And oh my god, it was so good. And Ashton was literally smiling the whole time. And in the beginning of the song, the wind was blowing, and Ashton's hair was like, he looked like he was in like a CoverGirl commercial, or like for Pantene or some shit. Like I'm like, God, is that you? Because you look like God. Like, oh my god, he looks so good. And then, so they did Heartache on the Big Screen, like again, like I said, and amazing, A1. And then they sat on the edge of the catwalk thing. Now, since all of the people who had connections and meet and greets or whatever were in like the first 2 rows, and I should have been in the first row because I was the 7th person in line that morning. But whatever, I'm not complaining. Smiling through the pain. And so, but we were actually 3rd row, but we did luck out because we were dead smack in the middle of 3rd row. Like there was an even number amount to our right and an even number of seats to our left. Like we were dead smack in the middle of 3rd row. And we were like 10 feet away from Five Sauce, and like that's not an exaggeration. Like if I put my arm out and then like whoever has the longest arms, like let's say like Ashton like put his arm out, like we'd be able to touch arms, because you know, yeah, like that's how close it was, and it was ridiculous. And I was like, oh my god, like you could physically see every detail on like their face, and like it was like, that was like the closest I ever was to Five Sauce, like ever. And like you could legitimately see just every little thing about them. Like it was like I thought I was watching an interview. Like that's just like, oh my god, like I thought I was watching an interview the whole time, and like I was like, this is real life. Like Five Sauce is here, I'm here, we're together. Like wow. And I sat down, and then from left to right it was Michael, Luke, Callum, and Ashton. And they all look really good. First of all, they all look so good, like prime. Like, oh my god. Michael was wearing like this gray jacket flannel thing. Not gray, green I mean. And then he had shoes to match it too. They were like these green Converse. And then his hair was recently dyed that blonde color. And I was like, holy shit, honey. That color works so well on him. Like I think that's one of my new favorite colors. Like it's, it just looks so good. And then Luke was wearing all black, head to toe, everything. And, you know, that right there just killed me, you know? And then His eyes looked so blue in person. I was 10 feet away and his eyes were like a blue I've never seen before. It was like, I don't even know. I can't explain how blue they were. And I'm like, imagine being right up close to him, how blue his eyes are. I was 10 feet away and his eyes were like fucking amazing. And oh, and he didn't shave. Luke Hemmings didn't shave. I was like, boy, you trying to be Jack? Because I like him better anyway. But no, he didn't shave and I was so happy. I was like, oh, okay, I see you. So fucking disrespectful, alright? And, oh my god. And then Callum was wearing that brown shirt, like that tannish brown shirt everyone loves. And his hair looked so fluffy and beautiful, and I wanted to cuddle him right then and there. And then Ashton was wearing this gray tank top and black skinny jeans, and holy shit, I was like a damn daddy. But you know, I didn't get like that, whatever. So then, you know, they were asking questions and stuff, and like I was really mad because like the section I was in, nobody got to ask a question, which was weird. Like they literally got questions from like everyone in other sections, like the lady who was going to get questions from people. So no one in my section got to ask a question because the lady didn't even come to our section. Some of the questions asked were like, what was like your favorite meal? And then Michael and Ashton answered that. They both said steak and then some form of like vegetable, because you know Ashton, his fucking vegetables. And then they were like, what's your favorite pastry? And they all were just speaking in French accents, but they were mumbling, and I was like, you know, just laughing, even though I couldn't understand them, but like I was laughing because I'm just so whipped that, you know, anything they do, I'm gonna laugh or do whatever they tell me to. And then they were asked, I don't remember all the questions, but I do remember one more. They were asked what was like, if you were a Disney character, like what would you be, or like what movie is your favorite. It was something along like those Disney movies. They all had said like something, and then Luke had said, he was like, oh, I'd be Rapunzel, and you know, I lost all shit there. Why, you ask? Because my Twitter name, not my like username, but like my name, has been Rapunzel for the past year. And then after he said that, he looked right at me, like we made eye contact for like 5 seconds, and 5 seconds is a long ass time for eye contact. And he was just like looking at me, and I was like looking at him, and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm just gonna take this moment. And he like basically in that moment took my soul out, you know, stomped on it and then flung it across a wall. And then before I thought it could get any worse, he smirks and smiles at me to show his beautiful teeth, and freaking like bit that little like lip ring, and like just like right then and there, like honestly run me over the truck and set me on fire, because that would have been less painful. Like he literally took whatever I had left and just destroyed it, like right then and there. I was like, okay, yeah, this is why Jack's the better Hemming. And then after that, they and then some girl asked if you could write a song that wasn't yours, what would you write? And Callum had said a Beatles song, I forget which one, and then Michael had said Friday by Rebecca Black, and then they were like all making fun of her, and like he was like, oh, she's a lyrical genius, and it was just funny. Like, sorry to all you Rebecca Black fans, stans, whatever you want to call it. And then they were also asked, what's your favorite lyric that another member wrote? And Michael said the line, we are the kings and the queens of a new broken scene, which Ashton wrote. And Michael said that was his favorite and he wished he wrote it. And then there was another question, I kind of forget them, but then you know, that ended, and then they sung She's Kind of Hot, and you know, that was just really good. You know, Callum did some like little ad-lib things in there with his voice. I was just like, wow, can you fucking not? And then, okay, so a lot of people at Soundcheck were kind of just like not dancing around, I guess, a lot. So I was dancing around like full force. Like I was going ham. I was like screaming, not screaming, but singing at the top of my lungs, and I was dancing around, like having a good old time, you know, making a complete fool out of myself. But like Michael noticed it because like he saw me dancing and like he pointed at me and like started laughing, and then he started like mocking me a little bit. He was like laughing at me, and I was like, wow, you know, Michael Clifford just made fun of me. All right, goals, I can check that off of my bucket list. And yeah, and then they did that and they left, and I was like, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. But they left, you know. So okay, and then we had a little break in between, and like so we could like eat food and charge our phones, whatever. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm like there like alone in the bathroom because no one was really there, and I'm washing my hands. This girl comes up to me and she goes, I recognize you. And I'm here like, I don't recognize you, sorry. I didn't tell her that, but I was just like, should I know you? And she was like, and she goes, you know what she said? She goes, yeah, aren't you a 5 sauce groupie? And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, like, you're definitely a 5 sauce groupie. I was like, no, like, I'm not. Like, I'm like, I haven't even met them. And then I'm like thinking, like, trust me, I'd remember, like, if I'd met them or, like, let alone, you know, had sex with one of them. And she was like, no, you definitely are. She's like, you don't need to lie. Like, I know you're supposed to, but, like, I know you are. And I was like, okay. And, like, she walked away before I could answer. And I was like, all right, I mean, thanks, no thanks, what? Like, I was so confused. I'm like, I never seen this girl in my life. I've never met any 5 sauce. Like, I don't know why she thought that. It's like, okay. And then at merch, I bought this shirt, which I kind of showed before, and it has all like the tour dates on the back. It's hella cute. And I bought a poster too, not the $40 custom made ones, no, like the regular $10 one, because I'm like, $40 on a piece of paper, no thanks. Sorry. And then the concert came on, and I lost all shit. 5 Sauce is hands down the best live performers I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of different people perform live, and 5 Sauce is hands down like the greatest live performance. Like, their live versions of songs are so much better than their studio versions, and like they were honestly amazing. And I got, you know, I went hard Disconnected because that's my shit, and freaking Permanent Vacation was so good. You know, I was like, Luke was telling me what to do, and I was like, all right, of course you can literally tell me do whatever you want. You could tell me to, like, you know, rob a bank, I'm gonna do that. He was telling me to clap, so I was clapping in Permanent Vacation. That was good. Every song was A1, fantastic. They all had little ad-libs, they all were smiling, they all looked so happy. And then they won a VMA while they were on stage, and I was like, yes, boys, yes. Okay, so they won, and then they were thanking us. They were like, oh my god, like, thank you guys, thanks to everyone who voted, like, you guys are the best. And I was like, oh my god, my heart, like, stop. It was just so cool to be there, like, seeing their reactions of them winning a VMA. Like, it was just so cool. It was just awesome. But like, the concert was so good. Like, oh my god, it was so good. It was the best. It was the best concert I've ever been to. Yeah, best concert I've ever been to. Like, I cannot wait for next tour. Oh my god, I can't wait. And yeah, so I hope all of you get to see 5 Sauce live one day if you haven't yet. If you did, I hope you had a great time. If you want to get Soundcheck, if you have the opportunity to get Soundcheck, go get it. If you don't, try and see if you can go see 5 Sauce. If you can't, it's okay. You will see them eventually, I promise. I've waited years to see them. I'm still waiting to meet them, but like, I can wait. If you have the opportunity to go to a 5 Sauce concert, go. You will not regret it, and you will literally leave like, the only problem is your PCD will hit hard. Like, I died multiple times, but I'm back, kind of. Maybe I'm just a spirit now, probably in hell, but okay. But like, yeah, so that's my experience. If you have any questions like about Soundcheck or like a 5 Sauce concert or like the venue or like buying tickets or like any of that stuff, like let me know. I will answer. I'll be as helpful as I possibly can because I was confused before, but I want to help you guys. So let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was really long because I don't know when to shut up. But yeah, so hope y'all have a great day, night, evening, whatever, wherever you are. Wherever you are. So funny. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so I hope you all get to see 5 Sauce live one day, and I hope you all get to fuck your fave.
I don't wanna be wasting my time.